Hey everybody! I got a mold to open and I'm excited about it. It's fun and interesting. Trying to make sure I don't dox myself. Not that it matters. Some paper. Box within a box. Dense. Ordered another mold from this seller before I got this one, so here's hoping everything turned out all right with it. I think it's mostly packed okay. But we'll see. Oh, I'm gonna sit down. I'm optimistic starting out. Opening this, it seems well packed. Not as good as yesterday's with the foam box, but that one I feel like was a bit overpacked. And the mold, the size of this mold looks decent too. Looks bigger than my other guys. This is Trolls. This is a Troll. I assume it's the Ceramic Emporium one, but we will see. And I know that it was already like damaged and taped back together, but it should be fine. It's just getting through like the million layers. Usually it's pretty easy to find the spot where it wrapped. Guess not. Uh-oh. Just chipped off a little piece. need to find my razor. Oh, thanks for the likes. Plug your phone in. Thanks, Taylor. It is plugged in. Thank you. Now I found it. I gotta find my... These scissors are dull. I wasn't expecting this to be so hard to open. I think what's the most frustrating about this is that I bought this for like $75 with knowing that it was broken and had been repaired. And then like a couple days later, somebody listed the exact same one without any damage for the same price. But these things are like so rare when they do come up. It's quite frustrating. Deal with that later. I wonder what they used. Should be fine. There's the back. There's the front. And I want to peel this tape off, but there's a bunch of like unknown clay on it. So I'm gonna have to clean it before. So yay! Just give them a look. So cute. Can't tell if he's bigger than the other guy. Let me go grab it. Also, I need to look for maker's marks. So this one, they're about, this one's a little wider. Just a little bit bigger. And then I don't see any maker's marks. So I cannot tell if this is the Ceramic Emporium troll or if somebody just made a mold of a troll. Oh well. I'm gonna go get a cup or a bucket of water and a sponge. We'll clean this one. We'll clean the flowers from yesterday. Hey, I'm Shelly to you. Thank you for sharing the live. Michelle loves Taylor. Did I miss some stuff while I was talking? Let me go back. Very excited about these. I'm also very excited. Michelle said, hi, best friend. Hi, best friend. I didn't even see you come in. Sorry. And then, yeah, I got some shares. That's so nice. Thank you. Just random love for my girl. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a bucket and a sponge. I'll be right back. Be right back. I think I'm going to use this pickle bucket. And this random sponge. Where's my water jug? There it is. Oh. Love for the trash panda. Look, trash pandas are cute. Oh man, speaking of trash pandas, so I think you guys already know I feed the stray cats, and there's like a family of raccoons in my neighborhood. And last night I was watching the cameras, and my neighbor's cat was facing off with one of the raccoons. I think it was the polite raccoon. So the raccoon's like making itself all big, and the cat's like backing away. Hopefully Kitty learned their lesson to leave the raccoons alone. Okay, I have to clean these two molds, so I'm gonna sit down and do that. Is that a protein powder container being used as a water bucket? Yes. I have 5 of them in my studio. Yes. We use what we have. My husband actually does not like how hoardy I get about most of the plastic containers. I've tried to stop. I have so many yogurt cups. It's ridiculous. Love that for you. Thanks. These are the new flowers from yesterday, if you guys didn't see them. Then you should stop bringing them inside the house. It's not... I haven't kept a protein thing in a long time, so technically it's mostly my fault, because I eat yogurt. The hummus containers were from him when he was on a hummus kick, and then I have cottage cheese containers from when I was on a cottage cheese kick. So, but yeah, I don't know, all the other smaller containers, it's usually me. He eats the same stuff. He has to take care of his own protein containers now. But I'll be back in that protein life next month. So, pretty bummed today. I was doing some upkeep on like my Instagram followers because I do those like artist support posts, and most of them are like, oh, hey, you know, follow everybody that likes this post and likes this comment, and like go follow them back. And most of the time people don't, so you go and you clean up all those random people out that are not following back. And I was like going to check and see if my friend that was living here had unfollowed any of my accounts, and he hadn't. That's not the point. Just out of curiosity, I was checking the first person that I followed on that account, on my art account, and this person I met at a market that I was doing for another artist, like pre-COVID. And like we were mutuals for a really long time, and I had been supporting them for a really long time, and I was just like, I went to check to see if they were still following me just out of curiosity, and I don't know when it happened, but they unfollowed me, and I've been so kind of heartbroken about it. I'll still box him. So I feel really junky about them unfollowing me because I feel like I've been very supportive of them and have been excited for them as they've been like growing, and just randomly, I don't even know when, because why would I check? We had been like mutuals for so long. Randomly they had unfollowed me. And yeah, that really like made me sad today. Like messed me up. Like, what did I do? I just have to assume, like, I think they had like a much higher following count. They just went in and like cleaned out, and I was not priority for staying. So that's my assumption. Just realized I don't have any music on, but I don't feel like getting up. So make your own music. I just don't appreciate that you're amazing, and that's on them. Don't touch my clogs. What clog? What are you talking about? Song Michelle sent me, I was entirely unprepared for. Oh. Okie doke. She does that sometimes. Anyways, I'm having a mentally rough one today. So we're going low to no effort. I am gonna cast this freaking troll today, though. Heck yeah, I am. Michelle's warning label reads, "We'll send you things without preparing you." It's true. It's true. It's true. Okay, there's like clay stuck in his little feet. Crying from laughing. That's the best kind of laughing. So what are y'all doing this weekend? It's either going to be fun or traumatizing. Open at your own risk. It's very true. Very true. Oh, holy crap. Thanks for the likes, y'all. Did not even realize. Thank you. Man, did y'all see just in the past 2 days, 2 incidents with airplanes? One plane that was leaving here, I think, for Phoenix, and there were fumes in the cabin, so they had to turn around and deplane. And then I don't remember where the other one was, but it was a plane that was landing, and it like went off the runway. I am gonna be honest, I'm a little bit afraid of taking planes. I've never been afraid of taking planes before. Do I ever use soap to clean the molds? No, I don't. Sometimes soap can leave like a residue that will prevent the plaster from properly taking in water. And I don't know if it's like all soap. I don't remember what soap it is, and I'm too lazy to look it up. So I just don't take any chances. Like, I'm just trying to get off as much of whatever this clay is as possible. It's like sunk itself deep into like the fingers and toes. And I've resigned myself that the first cast is probably going to have some of it in there, but I can always like clean it off of the cast. So, and this is why my husband makes us drive instead of flying. Like, my husband doesn't like flying. I love flying, but after those 2 things, and then the door coming off of that Alaska Airlines flight that was going from here, like 2 incidents coming from out of like Portland airport. Like, I am like kind of terrified. I love road trips, but everybody that I love is on the other side of the country. So it's a very long road trip to do something like that. Like, I need like a month off to do like a proper cross country road trip to go see everybody that I know and love. So there are advantages, but yeah, I don't know. It's probably going to be a little a little while until I'm comfortable taking an airplane again. Everything that I've heard about the door incident is that like Boeing is being very uncooperative with Alaska Airlines about the whole investigation. So, yeah, that's a no for me. Same. So I don't know. I've seen lots of people commenting like, if it's Boeing, I ain't going. When I was looking up flights out to go see Michelle at the beginning of this month, all of the planes were the 737 Max. They were going for it's the 800 Max or whatever. I think it's still in the same line as the 900. I think that's what they were saying. 800 and 900 are the ones that you're like you worry about. And I know that the gas fume, the fume problem wasn't an 800 Max. And when I went to check and I was like picking flights and looking at prices, they were calling it by like a different, they weren't calling it like the 800 Max. Like they were calling it by a different name. Either way, too expensive. With as much as airline tickets are, I expect not to be injured. Exactly. And I feel like I said, I like flying. I'm not generally afraid of flying. You know, you're much more likely to get hurt in a car than on a plane. But these like weird things happening like one after the other in this short span of time, no thank you. Like, get it together. Get that shiz resolved, Boeing. Which is ironic considering Boeing is only a few hours away from you. It's funny. When I lived in Arlington, Virginia, I also lived right next to, well, I was much closer. I lived right next to a Boeing office. I think the fume one was also Alaska Airlines. So what corners is Alaska Airlines cutting? Like, is there something like they're doing that, or they're not doing that the other airlines are? Like, I fly American. I don't know why. I hate United. American's got at least decent seats and all the drinks are free no matter what class you're in. And I think they're also union. Those things are important to me. So, but I've been considering Alaska. I keep getting like, what is word? Mail from them? Like letters from them talking about, hey, open up a card. Get C miles, or air miles, C miles. I was reading C. See, and I'm bougie, I won't fly if it isn't American or United. Like, I have flown United. United is so much more, like, cramped. I don't know. I flew American, and it was the first time I had flown coach in American when we went to Vermont last year. And it was, I didn't have to ask for a seatbelt extender. And they have, I think, bigger seats, like just by like an inch or so than most places. Like I think their seats are solidly like 17 inches wide, which is still crazy small, but most are like 15, 16 inches wide. So those extra inches matter when you don't want your body touching other people's bodies. But I was surprised because drinks are free for everybody, and that is really cool. United seems to charge for like every single little thing. At least they did when I flew in like 2014. Never had issues with United personally, only flown Delta once, which was amazing. Yeah, I've only flown United and American. And I flew American for like the first time by myself, and it was awesome. And I was just like, okay, so this, I like, I like them. They're union. I'll keep flying with them until they inevitably do something bad and I decide to switch to somebody else. But I don't know. Whatever. They're all greedy. Okay. I'm gonna dump this bucket. Then I'm gonna grab all the rubber bands. I need a clean bucket to clean them. I need a clean bucket for that. Grab my normal sponge. If I was rich 100%, I'd fly Delta. I'd try them for sure. I don't want to sound bougie, but I prefer to fly first class because I'm so big, and people treat you like crap when you're a big person and like they have to sit next to you, and I like don't try so hard to make myself very small and not have any part touch my body or my body touch their body. So if I'm flying alone, I prefer to fly first class so that I'm contained in my seat and I don't have to worry about pressing up against the person next to me and like bad looks and all that other stuff. So I will fly coach if I'm flying with my husband because I can press my body up against him and I don't care. And he doesn't care. So it's not like a bougie thing. It's just that like planes are not made for people my size thing. At least coach isn't. Yeah. It's not technically bougie. It's just sort of a necessity. Before I flew by myself the first time, I was doing a lot of like research about other like big people who fly and like people who just reading stories about people being like completely terrible to them. Um, I know that Southwest, I'm pretty sure it's Southwest Airlines, has like a person of size policy where you buy 2 seats ahead of time and then they refund you for the second seat. But I haven't tried it out and I haven't heard good things about Southwest anyway. So maybe one day I'll try. But all of the good flights from here, like all of the reasonable flights from here back to the East Coast, wherever I want to go, are all covered like by American. Like they have many flights and shorter flights. Like I haven't found like a Southwest flight that's like goes from here to DC, like Reagan, Ronald Reagan, Washington National, whatever DCA, that is inexpensive and short. So I flew first class one time and it was so disappointed that it wasn't like in the movies. Like I don't. It's nice, but it's silly. And sitting in coach and compared to like first class, like you just kind of realize how like unfair and sick and weird it is. Like they could make every seat just like first class seats aren't even that big. They're 20 inches wide. Some of them are like 21 inches wide. So you get a few more inches and like a little bit more space, and they could do that for everybody instead of cramming everybody in, and make the experience nicer for everybody. But they like make their money off of, how do I put it, like being jealous of the people in first class, being jealous of the people in the better seats, like being uncomfortable. It's not fair. Anyways, what did Michelle say? We're at the park and it's windy and I want to go home. Being a good mom and being a good mom and being a good mom. I'm sorry, Shell. You are always a good mom. Bribe them with something that they want to do. Bribe them with video games or something so you can go home. Who wants to play video games? I'm just thinking to myself, I don't hate being outside, but I definitely don't care about being outside. When did that change? I almost said I always want to play video games, but that is a lie. That's fine. I mean, I do, but I also want to wrestle with the kiddo for the Switch. Aww. I'm hoping that my husband finishes up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth this weekend, because it's been like completely controlling everything that like we're doing, because as soon as he gets off work, he's like, okay, I want to play the video game now. And I'm like, I want to watch you play the video game, but I have to work. And he was like, well, you could wake up earlier. I'm like, yeah, sure I could. But yeah, I just need a break from the video games. If I didn't have a kiddo, I would not be waking up at 7 in the morning. Right, yeah, without a reason to wake up, I don't. I am dreading daylight savings time this weekend, because I'm gonna wanna wake up earlier, but I'm gonna have a hard time trying to do it. So, and right now I'm waking up at like, well, I'm waking up at like 9, and that would be fine. I think it's like 9:30 today. So then I'd be waking up at like 10:30. And some days it's closer to 10. So I'd be waking up at 11. I can't do that. That I would feel like complete and utter poop if I woke up at 11 o'clock every day. Don't remind me, I know. Sorry. There's a bill in Oregon state legislature about making, before they had already approved making daylight savings time permanent, but I think the stipulation is that they have to wait for the like federally, I don't know, it seems silly, but there is apparently nothing against making like regular standard time permanent. So, which all of the things that I have read, doctors say that it's better for the health if we just go to standard time permanently, even if that means that there will be days where it's light out before 5 a.m. here. But I think what I read said that we're still very far out from passing something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Time doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But I think it's worse because everybody that I love is on the East Coast. And it's hard to keep up with you guys when I'm waking up at like 2 o'clock your time. 1 or 2 o'clock your time. And then I'm not functioning until like 3 o'clock y'all's time. My rubber bands is clean. These are the cleanest rubber bands you're ever gonna see. Oops. Missed some. Time is but a construct. Did you say something before? Time is a construct. Oh. Okay, I load the sock pattern. Literally the worst. I have to admit it, I committed. Come this far. This has been the hard part. I'll just suffer with you, I guess. You can do it. Put your back into it. As they say. Hey, Isabel, thank you for the follow. Don't think it helps I don't love the yarn either. Sorry about it. You're gonna make it. And it's gonna be such a lovely sock. You could also take a break and work on another thing. Have y'all seen the video of the person making, it's like the window paint stained glass? Like they're drawing it out onto a file, letting it dry, and then sticking it to their window? Because that is about to be a new hyper focus hobby for me. If they show me any more of these freaking videos. Do I have more rubber bands in my drawer of a certain size and thickness? Yes, I do. I found them. All right. Perfect. No, but that sounds intriguing. I'll share the video with you guys. Like, it's shown me it on this account and my personal account. They're coming for me. So this is your a new hobby to pick up. Go buy all the things for it. Welcome to your new hobby. Hello, hello. Is my mic on? Yes, my mic is on. Why don't you want to move over here? Move. I'm gonna turn this. Just moving. guess I could turn on music now. I suppose. Hopefully it doesn't stop my dang. I guess I could tell Spotify, but it might play the wrong thing. Any drop frames? No, we're good. Okay. Have over here. I should strap up molds. That's what I should do. I need to clean these straps, but I should also just strap up molds. If you're wondering why I'm cleaning the straps, it's because there's dry clay on them. And any surface that has clay on it that dries is a potential vector to release silica into the air. And silica is not great to breathe. You get silicosis, mesothelioma, I don't know. But it's just an occupational hazard. At this point, I figure there's a reason every time. Well, that's the reason, in case you never knew. Or were too afraid to ask. Yeah. Any surface that's got clay dried on it is potentially a hazard. I don't remember what this sponge was for, but... Anywhere where dry clay is laying around, you can kick it up into the air. So, it's not like one exposure, it's like a lot of exposure over time. So it's more likely for people who have pottery studios or teachers. Yeah, so. And I find it strange. I first learned pottery in college, and they were very upfront and strict about their policies considering like silica, because colleges fall under like OSHA. I'm not sure if other places fall under OSHA, but they definitely did. So we had OSHA posters up all over the place. And I found it weird when I went to other smaller studios and they wouldn't even make a mention of it. Like the last studio that I worked in before here, the floor was completely covered in clay, and they would clean it like once a quarter. So every time you're walking, my shoes would be covered in clay dust when I would get home. And when we did clean it, they gave everybody inadequate masks. like you're not supposed to sweep it because it just kicks it up into the air. And they gave everybody like these like dust masks. Like you have to wear P100 masks when you're cleaning up and kicking all that stuff in the air. And so then they had everybody sweep, and I'm in here with like my big P100 mask, and everybody's else wearing these little like dust masks, and I'm like, I can't really say anything. So it's weird when it comes to safety stuff. Hubby is helping his friend set up the PC he just built him. I'm over it. Well, now I'm concerned that you need to find a new career. All right, first, I'm sorry. But that's fun. That's a fun hobby that your husband has, building PCs. I need to build a new PC. My PC is very old. It was like first like hand-me-down parts, and now these parts are getting like very old, and it can barely handle what it's doing now. It is expensive. It really is. But I guess like cheaper if you build it yourself. Like I can reuse my same tower. I just need to upgrade probably everything else inside of it except for my SSD. Which is, yeah, that's expensive depending upon where you get it. But yeah, I am knowledgeable and careful when it comes to my studio like safety. I have a like industrial grade air purifier that is usually on at least halfway. Like it's got like 3 settings. I usually have it on medium when I'm working in here, and I leave it running all the time. And I'm a little messy, but I'm pretty good at keeping up with cleaning my studio and keeping everything clean. So my exposure is going to be a lot less than somebody, excuse me, that doesn't know any better. So don't worry about me. Well, not when he buys $1,000 parts. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. I mean, but his friend's like paying for the parts, right? Yeah, I mean, the only reason I haven't upgraded my PC is because it is probably going to cost a couple $1,000. So, and I just bought the Mac, and I'm paying that off. So I probably have to at least wait until the end of the year when I pay the Mac off. I should probably do this the other way. But we'll see. If viewership picks up on any one of these platforms and I can justify the cost, and then I can probably convince or if I make a lot of money this winter. I think either way it'll probably be next year. As long as this keeps chugging along, my PC right now keeps chugging along, then I'll be fine. Ooh, same. What'd you say same to? Hey, absolutely adorable! Long time no see! Hello, hello. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, there we go. How are you? It's been a while, huh? The friend paid for all of his parts, but now it's just an irritation. The irritation of him yelling the directions. Oh. It'll all be over soon, Taylor. Good, awesome. Thanks for liking the live. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one's next. Yeah, here's hoping. Here's hoping. I make enough money this year. I need to pay off my credit card. And then make enough to fly first class to see Michelle. And then maybe hopefully have enough left over to build a new PC. Yeah, it's been a while. You're gonna make all the money. We already decided we're manifesting it. It's true. It's true. We're talking about like manifesting money. I did get like an unexpected check from the mortgage company because we overpaid, I guess, for insurance. So that was cool. It's not a whole lot, but it's not always nice to get unexpected money from your mortgage company. But now I think it looked like insurance raised again, so I feel like they're probably going to be raising our mortgage payment anyway. Because of course they are. This here. Verify to continue. Okay, good. I thought my thumb was too wet. Alright, we're good. Are y'all getting those on your lives, the verification? Like, if my chat wasn't being, like, busy, I wouldn't even notice. Sometimes I get, like, so focused on what I'm doing, I'm not paying attention. It would be completely frustrating if I looked up and they're like, oh, we ended your live because you missed the verification. That, and what about people that leave, like, they do, like, birds and squirrels and stuff? Like, wildlife cams? That'd be frustrating. Everyone I've been in lives with has been getting them. Why are they doing it? Why are they doing this to us? Where was I strapping this? Like there? That doesn't seem right. I think it was higher. There we go. Oh, I did a little sleuthing last night. I don't remember if anybody was in here. But I was talking about this Kimple mold. It's my bigger bull skull mold. And the number on it, 1686, is one away from my mold that's just horns. And I was like, originally I was like, maybe they made another version of this mold where it was just the head and the horns were separate but the same size. And I was wrong because these horns are smaller. And I think it's Creative Paradise sells these molds, and they have not the horns that I have. They don't sell the the mold that's larger than this one, but they do sell one that is even larger, and it's like $145 for just the head part, and then like $35 for just the horns, and it's even bigger. And I'm thinking about getting, they said they can't ship it through normal means of shipping, which means that I have to assume it's got to go through freight. And I'm thinking, obviously can't do it right now. I can't think about buying it right now, but maybe next year I might try and buy it if they still have it, and buy another one of these small ones so that we can up production. Because also I think this one's kind of old, and molds are, they have a finite amount of time. Probably trying to enforce rules while there's a possibility of it being taken out of the US. I keep hearing like both ways on this this ban. Like they're not actually gonna pass it because they make money off of it. I don't know if they're trying to force them to sell. Like, force them to sell to somebody else. I feel like that might be more likely than them completely blocking. How do you enforce that? I don't know. Personally, I don't think it'll go through, but who knows anymore. Yeah, I think they said it passed the House. I doubt it'll pass the Senate, but in the same video, they said, oh, it passed the House, and then they said it hasn't passed the House. So I don't even know. And I didn't even go read anything about it. So I personally am like, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's something that we actually need to worry about. And I think what's more likely is they might force ByteDance, whoever owns it, to sell to an American company or something. But yeah, whatever they were like accusing them of doing, like TikTok went out of their way to, as I understand it, they went out of their way to make sure that they were storing the data on American soil with American companies, and they did not have to do that. And I feel like that's the complaint that the U.S. had, was that they're storing the data off of American soil and selling the data to foreign countries, which, like, the other companies already do that. Like, Facebook, Meta, they sell our data to foreign entities already. So it's silly. Only we can sell our data. Nobody else can. But yeah, it's funny. It's a little politicky thing that I get to talk about. I think I was putting this all the way up here. I'm trying to make a decision. Like, I probably should not use this rubber band again on this mold if this was the mold that I used it on, because it's like stretched out, and once it gets to this point it could snap, and I don't want it to snap while I'm like emptying it out or something. So I need to buy a strap for this. I already bought straps. Oh my gosh, they're right here. I recognized this issue when I got the freaking thing in the mail. So I have a strap. we're good. We just have to put the strap on there. We just have to figure out how the strap works. I never know how to tie these things. Okay. This goes. Like this. And like that. Looks right. I'm sorry, wasn't Book of Faces under the injunction for that? Half of them don't even know how the internet works. Yeah. I don't know. I believe so. Like, yeah, there were a lot of, there was like, it was this TikTok was at, I don't know if it was the same hearing that they were all at. And I know they've been at some separate hearings too. It's crazy. I'm gonna take my hoodie off. I'm like getting really hot. Excuse me, I'll do it off camera. Mostly off camera. Like, I'm pretty sure Zuckerberg was in front of Congress for that. Yes, I'm pretty sure too. I don't know. Like, I feel like nothing ever comes from those things because these billionaires contribute money to their campaigns. So I think I did this backwards. Didn't these used to go the other way? Like, anywho, I like your preparedness for the strap problem. Yeah, I know. I have a strap. The problem is it's not... This doesn't look like that. Like, I thought it's supposed to turn this way, but maybe it's not supposed to turn this way. Maybe I messed it up. Alright, we're gonna figure this out together. Just, I feel like it used to go the other way. There we go. Okay, now I got it. celebrate. Oh, I thought it was not going to work for a second. It's like that strap is facing the wrong way. So I have 2 more of those straps. Use it for this big one over here. Maybe for that big half skull. That would probably be smart. So I'm going to go around and grab that one and bring it over here, and then we'll do another strap. I'm like running out of juice. Looks like they had it like right there. You can kind of tell. These straps leave like gouges in the plaster, so you can kind of tell what way they had it strapped before. So there's gouges. And this one looks like they strapped it right down the center, which is fine because it's a big enough hole. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. But yeah, I can already tell I'm running out of juice. I don't know if I'm gonna be pouring anything today. Been out of juice since I woke up. Same. Like, I'm surprised I even I was not gonna come out here, and I think somebody else's posts on here just motivated me to get up and come out here. So, yay. I stay strapped, but in a much more realistic sense, I do not. Here we go. Hold up. Now I gotta remember how to do this all over again. What if this was in the right? This one was probably in the right. No, that doesn't look right at all. Pretty sure it's like this. This is why I keep my straps like looped, so I don't have to do this every time. You're getting confused watching this. I'm confused. Okay, it's gotta be like this, and then I push it down. Flat. Yeah, this is why I keep I keep the straps looped, so that I don't have to do this, because then I get really confused. For no reason. There we go. Just tuck that. There. I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm gonna get the rest of my molds strapped up, and then I'm gonna get off of here and go have lunch and go enjoy my weekend, because I've had enough. Came out and I did a little bit. That's something, right? I can't tell how long I've been live for because it's covered up on my thing, but I came out for a little bit, and that counts. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. That's strap tight. We're good. Bother cleaning the outside of this mold. I must have been tired yesterday too. I gotta do like 6 or 7 loads of laundry this weekend, so I can get a jump on that and feel better about myself in a different way. And I need to order groceries. Or I'll go to Costco, I don't know. Haven't done anything today and I'm just drained. Like, I feel you, because I was drained before I even started today. Something in the air. Okay, I gotta grab the molds behind me. Have the energy for IKEA. I used to love going to stores. Now I'm like, I don't want to go to any stores. A lot of it is people like refuse to wear masks and are just coughing all over the place. So I gotta wear a mask. Once I'm out, I'm okay, but it's the getting motivated to go out. It's that too. It's honestly, it's that too. That is a struggle all its own. There we go. I hope that my manic episode comes soon. Give me a nice week of like low 60s, high 50 days with sun, and I'm off. Off to the races, folks. Mental illness where? I did it this way. That's better. Hi! Hi, Shell. Are you home now? Are you out of the park? Yes, thank heavens. Hooray. What are y'all making for dinner? Last time I asked, or last time y'all told me what you were making for dinner, that helped me come up with a good idea of what to eat for my dinner. So, lay it on me. Stuffed pepper rice. That sounds delicious. Is there tomato in it? It sounds delicious. We're going to the bowling alley and eating pizza. That's awesome. What a fun Friday activity. That's awesome. There's tomato sauce. Darn it. Tomatoes are so... I feel bad. I hated tomatoes growing up. Except for like spaghetti. Like tomato sauce was okay, not my favorite. And now I can't have tomato sauce at all, and I'm just devastated. All the good stuff has tomato in it. I was talking to my doctor about surgery to fix my hiatal hernia. And I was like, so, like, is that possible? And they were like, they probably, like, what would probably have to happen is you would have to get a gastro appointment, and your GERD would have to be worse for them to even consider escalating surgery. So, unless I win the lottery, no tomatoes for me. Sure, you could probably make it without the tomato sauce. You could probably use like a chicken flavored rice instead. I've got some like Spanish yellow rice that I was gonna make with tacos last week and I didn't. So I bet I could do that. That's got like chicken fat in it. So I don't think I have any meat thawed though. So maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I think this is everything. I'm like, what I need to do before I can pour all of these next week is I need to empty a box of slip and sieve it, however you pronounce it. I'm like, I could do that now. Should probably do it now. But I'm done. I'm done. Hey, Beverly. I should have waited until you said something. I don't want to. You don't have to hang out. I'm about. If you weren't planning to stay. But hi. I'm about to get off of here. So, the spiel. One day I'm gonna remember the spiel. A couple months from now, it's gonna come out and I'm not even gonna have to think about it. If you are watching and you are not following me, but you like this content, please make sure that you give a follow so you can find me later. If you're on YT or Twitch, give me a follow, give me a subscribe if you want to find me later. I do this every Monday through Friday in the afternoon, as much as my mental illness will allow. I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna, at the beginning of the week, fill all of these molds, and then towards the middle of the week we'll start sculpting again. So there'll be more fun stuff to watch later next week. I know that this is not the funnest part. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks to everybody that liked the live on TT. Everybody that hangs out with me, who find me. I love you too, Shell. Have an awesome evening and a wonderful weekend. You too, Taylor. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Really appreciate you. I'm going to turn off OBS first, and then I'm going to come around and turn off this. So give you guys an extra second to give me a follow.